Hello and good evening. My name is Emma,
And my name is Pedro.
and welcome to the 2021 Gold Standard Awards ceremony.
Now, for a quick little introduction, my name is Pedro. I'm a sophomore here at Barrett studying biomedical engineering as well as biological sciences. I live and work right here across the street of Vista del Sol as a community assistant. I'm also a part of the social media team here at Barrett. You might have seen me on a few stories. On my free time, I like to go to the SDFC and work out and go for a run before my classes in the morning. And you guys know, you guys know back in December when the Oscars announced that they still needed a host. I thought to myself, I'll do it. I mean, I thought I'd be a perfect fit for it. I really enjoy watching movies. I'm up to date on current events, and I love engaging with the crowd. So I shot my shot and tweeted the Oscars saying that I would be more than happy to host. Surprisingly, I never got a response. Can you believe it? It's not all bad news though, because I then received the opportunity to host the second greatest event of the year, the Barrett Gold Standard Awards. And you know what? I'm happy to be here in front of you today because who watches the Oscars anymore anyway?
All right, that's great, Pedro. I feel really bad for you, but I think you are here at the second greatest award show, so why not? My name is Emma Broyles, and I'm a sophomore studying biomedical sciences and voice performance here in Barrett the Honors College. I am from Anchorage, Alaska, but I am thoroughly enjoying this incredible Arizona weather. I actually live right here in the Barrett complex where I am a community assistant, though I'll be headed over to Vista del Sol next year where I will continue my CA duties. I also work for Barrett Social Media, and you just may have seen me on any of our social media platforms. When I'm not at Barrett, which seems to not be very often, I love to ski and fish and enjoy the Alaskan midnight sun. I am thrilled to be back hosting the Barrett Gold Standard Awards and excited to actually see some of you in person this year.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. At the fifth annual Gold Standards Awards, this ceremony was designed to recognize the wonderful work our students do while celebrating those that exemplify what Barrett, the Honors College, represents to ASU, the local community, and communities here and abroad. We went virtual last year and are so excited to have you all back and able to join us in person. When we put out the call for nominations, we had an overwhelming response from all our four Barrett campuses. I want to take this moment to thank the awards committee for all their hard work and dedication in reading through nominations and working to select the best of the best. Let's give the selection committee a hand.
Next, we would like to recognize all of the Barrett Deans who are here in attendance tonight. Please join me in welcoming them. Dr. Mark Jacobs, Vice Provost and Dean of Barrett the Honors College. Dr. Nicola Foote, Vice Dean of Barrett the Honors College. Dr. Kristen Herman, Senior Associate Dean of Student Services of Barrett the Honors College. Dr. Thomas Sugar, Associate Dean of Barrett the Honors College at the Polytechnic campus. Dr. Eric Ramsey, Associate Dean of Barrett the Honors College at the West Campus, and Dr. Olga Davis, Associate Dean of Barrett the Honors College at the Downtown Campus. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
Before we begin presenting our awards this evening, please join me in welcoming Dean Mark Jacobs to the stage for some opening remarks.
Wow, this is great. They don't let us out much. This is the first event for many of us. We had a little event last week where we had the download from the International Space Station. That was fun over in Vista Theater. But this is really momentous for lots of us. Some of the deans I've just been talking to, this is the first time they've been out. We even in these lights, it reminds me of coming out of a dark cave and sort of blinking in the sun and taking a while to get used to the new environment with more light than you had inside the cave. So it's great to be here. It's great that we're here in person. Thank you, wonderful MCs. Nice to see you guys again. Everyone's hair is a little longer, unless they were trying, as sometimes I did, to trim it myself, which was a bad mistake. So some of us are combing it back more, for a while. I noticed Pedro. Yeah, it's a good look though. I like that. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to what is the fifth annual Gold Standard Award ceremony. We sort of skipped the fourth, but it's the fifth now. In just its fifth year, really, this event has continued to grow with many nominations coming in, even though we don't have all the other student observers and friends here that we had 2 years ago at the Gold Dome, but we have 11 awardees this year. Nominations for all the awards are submitted online by faculty, staff, and students. And then they're reviewed by a committee of staff and students from all four of Barrett and ASU's campuses. Help with this review and with putting on this event is certainly from the Barrett Honors College Council members, and we thank all those members who've helped to make this evening a success. And of course, we really thank Elise Crow and Ashley Brand and the Student Services team and their staff. Now, a few words on the background of this event. I used to talk about the Gold Dome, but I want to talk a little bit about this academic courtyard this year. This is a courtyard that was purposely designed in response to the wishes of one of the students on what we called the Barrett Users Group, or the BUG Committee, which was the committee that was planning this entire honors campus. We were working with the architects that we were introduced to, and we were planning everything, including the size of the courtyards and what they would look like. And one of the students said, we should have a courtyard with beautiful arches like some of those courtyards at Stanford. And we said, well, we could get old 1880s sandstone chiselers and try to do that. It would probably cost millions and millions of dollars. But we designed this courtyard to be this scale purposely because we knew we already had a great courtyard that was going to be nearby. So we wanted one that was a more manageable scale. And when it came time for the arches, I suggested that we have columns in this courtyard, and at each column plant a beautiful flowering tropical vine like bougainvillea, and then it would grow. It would do what vines do, which is grow up and spread out, and it would form natural arches. So that's exactly why we have bougainvillea at every column, and why you have the bougainvillea columns in this academic courtyard. And this view is actually the view because my office is directly behind me. This is the view I have every day. That's one of the reasons I never ever want to forget about this. And it's just a wonderful place. I particularly like where you guys put the podium this year. It's really a pleasure to be here. The phrase "the gold standard," just in case some of you don't know, it comes from famous New York Times columnist Frank Bruni, who looked into honors programs and honors colleges around the country because he went to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and he was in the honors program there. He was sitting up on the 11th floor of the New York Times building with all these writers who were going nuts every March and April, about whether their kid or their grandkid was going to get into an Ivy. And he started thinking, I'm as good a writer as all these people, and I was in a good honors program at a good public university. So he decided to go out and write a book about it. He wrote that it was called "Where You Go Is Not Who You'll Be." But in the research for that book, he found out about Barrett, and one of the 11 chapters was about ASU and Barrett. We didn't know him, he didn't know us. He found out about us, and I went to visit him and told him more stuff about honors colleges versus honors programs, even though he had been in an honors program. And he did more research and found out that honors colleges were indeed terrific and more comprehensive in their support structures for the students than most of just honors programs, and put out a new edition of the book and a special Sunday opinion piece about honors colleges, in which he recognized Barrett as, and this is the quote from him, and it's all over all of our recruitment materials, of course, the gold standard for honors colleges in the nation. So that's where the gold standard phrase comes from. It comes from Frank Bruni. We felt that we should recognize the great students at Barrett in each of many ways that they were great each year by calling one of them in each of the several categories the gold standard, quote unquote, in that category. And that's what tonight is all about. I want to warmly congratulate our gold standard winners tonight. and say how proud of them we are. Now, for the presentations of the Gold Standard Awards, our MCs.
Thank you, Dean Jacobs. We are happy to have the opportunity such as this to showcase our many talented Barrett students. Now, as we begin our award ceremony, I want to make sure we congratulate every student who was nominated because this year's decisions were extremely challenging. After we announce each winner, we will share a few excerpts from their nominations. Award recipients should come right here to the photo backdrop when their names are announced and receive their award right here.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Our first award is Community Service. This award is given to the student who has shown exemplary dedication to serving others while addressing and advancing individual and societal needs in communities here and abroad. At Barrett, we value the connection between our academic mission and public service. Student organizations like Page Turners that help elementary school children with their reading skills, and the Barrett Leadership and Service Team, who hosts a variety of service opportunities each semester, were founded by student initiatives and stand strong today because of continued commitment to service from our Barrett students. Encourage actors to help create a lasting positive impact on society at large. To congratulate our winner, Dean Mark Jacobs will be presenting the award. The winner of the Community Service Award is Vivian Chen. All right, we're actually going to here ahead and read your nomination. Vivian has been dedicating her college career to service since she stepped foot on campus, and she has accomplished a lot since then. Through Changemaker Central, she served as coordinator on the Solutions Committee, independently organizing a hunger and conversation about things students can do to alleviate homelessness here in Phoenix. Dedicated her sophomore year to volunteering as an accounting teacher to help incarcerated men in the state prison in Florence, Arizona. This experience opened Vivian's eyes to the broader educational inequity of our society and urged her to address them. The following summer, Vivian internshipped with Alhambra U.S. Chamber, an organization dedicated to bringing higher education access to students in developing countries. After getting to know other passionate individuals working to address educational inequities, she co-founded a 501c3 nonprofit named Global Impact Initiative. In senior year, Vivian volunteered as an officer, dedicating 15 to 20 hours a week to develop workshops, mentorship programs, and education programs to help marginalized communities in the United States and around the globe. Examples of beneficiaries in these programs include a rural high school in Virginia, unemployed, underemployed individuals in the MENA region, and young girls in the Republic of Guinea, and underserved high school students in New York. Vivian also took Global Resolve, a course allowing students to take on real-world international development projects. And through this course, Vivian developed lesson plans for an automotive education center in Kenya with her teammates, and also used her nonprofit background to win a $1,750 grant for her team. At the same time, Vivian realizes there are people in her community that need her help as well, and serves as a mentor of the Barrett Mentoring Program. Reflecting on what she can do with her business knowledge, she has co-drafted the ASU proxy voting guidelines to be used by the ASU enterprise partners in their shareholder engagement strategies. She now is working with ASU EP to engage ASU's fund manager, BlackRock, to vote on sustainable resolutions. She is also part of ESG Student Investment Management Fund team, hoping to use her finance knowledge to create an impact in the private sector. We are certain that Vivian will go on to impact even more change in her local and global community after graduation, and are thrilled to honor her with this Community Service Award.
Now, our next award, we have many promising leaders here in Barrett. Emerging Leader Award have taken act with vision and innate ability to bring others together and accomplish mutual goals. All of those nominated have demonstrated a talent for exceptional leadership. To congratulate our winner, Dean Nicola Foote will be presenting the award. The winner of the Emerging Leader Award is Alejandra Maya. If you could just stay for a quick second, please. Okay, so the nominator actually had this to say about our winner. Alejandra has become an exemplary leader in the last few years when she began her journey at community college. There, Alejandra held various leadership positions that led her to become the person she is today, including cheer captain, president of the Glendale Community College Honors Organization, and the first student trustee in the state of Arizona for the Maricopa Community College District. Her dedication for wanting to help others has not just stopped there. Since transferring to ASU, Alejandra has worked vigorously to become involved in the Barrett community. In the fall, she became an intern from the undergraduate student government and the first director of diversity and inclusion for Barrett, the Honors College. In an effort to represent, while student, she has a part-time job at Read Better, Be Better, a nonprofit organization to help fight literacy crisis in the state, where she coaches students to improve their literacy skills. Alejandra is currently doing a legislative internship through the Department of Gaming in Arizona after finishing the initiative internship for the Secretary of State, and hope that with the Capital Scholars Program, she can intern in DC this summer. Although Alejandra stays busy holding many leadership positions, she does everything with the intention of wanting to give back to her community. I am thankful to have crossed paths with an individual such as her who is constantly motivating the people around her to desire more in life.
So when I think of Barrett, I think of a community. The Community Builder Award is given to a Barrett student who leads in a way that brings the community closer through both their personal interaction and the ability to create events or objectives that resonate with others. All of the nominees should be recognized for their exceptional community building talent. To congratulate our winner, Dean Kristen Herman will be presenting the award. The winner of the Community Building Award is Gage Karanen. All right, if you could stay up there, Gage, thanks. So Gage, whose pronouns are he, they, is exemplary of a Barrett Gold Standard Award because of his care, patience, and seemingly infinite dedication to his community. As the nominator says, in all my time and involvement with student organizations, I have yet to meet anyone as consistently present and supportive of others. I first met Gage through the Barrett LGBTQ plus club my freshman year. He was very involved in the Barrett LGBTQ plus club community at the time, as well as the trans fam, advocating for 2S LGBTQ plus student safety and well-being in the ASU community. In semesters to follow, Gage took on a leadership position with the Rainbow Coalition, which they held for several semesters, consistently putting in hours even during the pandemic. Most recently, with ASU Housing to reform the gender inclusive housing process to be more inclusive and equitable. Even his honors thesis worked to elevate the voices of LGBTQ plus ASU students. I admire Gage because of the way he steps into positions of leadership, not to be perceived as a leader, but because he sensed a true need. The way he puts in the work but decenters himself from the spotlight evidences such integrity. Going above and beyond his extensive engagement on campus, Gage also has taken up a presence on Instagram and YouTube, making educational content for queer youth and allies. He additionally has been involved with me in LGBTQ plus mutual aid efforts, redistributing food around the community. In every sphere of life, Gage is advocating for the well-being and safety of 2S LGBTQ plus youth, ensuring that they know they have a space where they are safe and loved. While they may not know his name, every single 2S LGBTQ plus student on ASU campuses have been made safer and more included by the work Gage has done during his time at ASU. We are so truly lucky to have him.
Now, for our next nominee, the Innovation Award. For the 6th year in a row, ASU's been ranked #1 in innovation. At Barrett, we pride ourselves in the innovative work of our faculty and staff, but especially our students. The Innovation Award is given to a student whose innovative thoughts and actions have enhanced their academic coursework, research, internship, and or co-curricular involvement. To congratulate our winner, Dean Mark Jacobs will be presenting the award. The winner of the Innovation Award is Maya Shrikant. Maya began serving the Barrett community her freshman year as a recruiting assistant, where she represented Barrett as an ambassador for the Honors College to some of the brightest high school students all over the country. Since then, Maya has continued on to represent Barrett around the country as a research fellow at the National Institutes of Health and Stanford University, and in her internship position as a genetics policy analyst with ASU's DC branch. Her commitment to innovating the ways that people exchange ideas around difficult, pertinent topics can be seen through her time as the science and technology reporter for the state press, a science communicator for ASU Knowledge Enterprise, and as a member of the executive board of TED ASU. She doesn't only engage in service to the community, but encourages others to join as well. Last semester, Maya was a teaching assistant for Dr. Jenny Bryan and worked with the Office of National Scholarship Advancement in their workshop series for underclassmen. Maya is passionate about the Arizona refugees community and spends her free time volunteering to tutor refugee children through the Rise Tutoring Club. With such varied and influential work already accomplished during her time in college, we look forward to seeing how Maya continues to innovate new solutions to global issues well beyond graduation.
This next award is the Community Involvement Award. This award is given to a student who has meaningfully integrated into the Barrett community and has become embedded in the Barrett culture through involvement with Barrett and ASU. The Honors College provides students with diverse educational and cultural opportunities and celebrates the academic achievements of Barrett students while retaining a communal environment. With over 150 student events each semester, we strive to provide our students with the opportunity to get into the community and get involved. To congratulate our winner, Dean Nicola Foote will be presenting the award. The winner of the 2021 Community Involvement Award is Rashik Kali. Rashik has served the Barrett community, the local Arizona community, and a community of international scholars since his freshman year. In his time at ASU, he has hosted a community circle through the Devils for Devils organization for Barrett students. The community circle that Rishi created serves as an open space for Barrett freshmen to talk about their experiences, connect with their peers, and gain advice from an upperclassman about the next steps for success at Barrett. He also serves as a member of the events team within BLAST, the Barrett Leadership and Service Team on the Tempe campus. As a lead of his engineering projects in community services, EPICS team, Rishik has worked with the town of Clarkdale in northern Arizona on a project called Clarkdale Internet Infrastructure, coordinating with the town to improve broadband services and spread out local students who are a part of the Clarkdale Jerome School District so the district can safely and effectively house students in different public buildings throughout the town and the school. Internationally, Rishik serves as the Director of Recruitment and Marketing for Education for Humanity, a program that focuses on removing the barriers for refugees in Israel who are trying to get higher education through college. In his time with the program, they have seen tremendous growth with about 100 pairs currently formed and meaningful relationships built with students in Israel. Whether it is on the Tempe Barrett campus, a small town in northern Arizona, or a country across the world, Rishik has made a lasting impact through his service to the community.
Barrett students have value-added opportunities that contribute to their academic growth. Barrett prides itself in paving the way for opportunity by offering experiences in the lab and larger community that advance the human condition through research and experience. The Research and Internship Award is given to a student who has gone above and beyond in their role as a researcher or intern by executing leadership in their discipline or positive impact in a community work setting. To congratulate our winner, Dean Eric Ramsey will be presenting the award. The winner of the Innovation Award is Morgan Pedrosa. Said of the nominee, by the time Morgan arrived at Arizona State University, she had become fully committed to research. Her first position was in a research assistant in biodesign, utilizing epigenetic engineering to study breast cancer. From there, she transitioned to a position working in the lab for 2 years, testing novel analogs as therapeutics for Alzheimer's disease, and won several awards under the New College Undergraduate Inquire and Research Experience Program. This past summer, Morgan began working at TGen in Dr. Kim's lab that focuses on cancer biology. She ultimately transitioned to Dr. Kim's lab and began working on her thesis titled Inhibition of NF-κB mediated inflammatory response by parthenolide in triple negative breast cancer cells. She is a twice awarded Helio Scholar and has excelled as a student researcher by demonstrating the ability to work autonomously and productively. When problems arise in the lab, she is able to troubleshoot and find solutions, proving to be a great asset to the Kim Lab. Morgan Pedrosa has represented the Barrett community well as a Barrett community assistant by promoting the research experiences that she believes is an essential part of a student's undergraduate career. She hosts several events during the year geared towards resume, CV development, volunteer opportunities, and finding research/lab internships that overall have enhanced Barrett students' experience at ASU. She makes it her goal to involve as many of her students as possible in undergraduate internships, and because of this, more than half of her students are currently are currently either involved in research or hold an internship. Morgan makes it her goal to find her students' niche by the end of the academic year so that they can begin networking and find the necessary resources to facilitate their growth. Anyone who knows Morgan knows her involvement in research and her passion to help others. She has been a key individual in helping others find their passion and nurturing their involvement through the discovery of internships and research opportunities. Morgan's plan is to apply for a dual MD/PhD in neuroscience, where she hopes to serve as a healthcare provider while progressing the future of science. With all of these accomplishments, Morgan is highly deserving of this year's Research and Internship Award.
The next award is Global Citizenship. This award is given to a student who has shown that they are leading the way in global innovation and engagement by immersing themselves in other cultures while pioneering new solutions to global challenges. This involvement can range from rural or international organizations that include participation in something for the greater good of that community. Global citizenship embodies both local and global engagement, whether it's being involved in activism work or conducting impactful thesis research in farms across Africa. This award is intended for students who demonstrate global engagement and pave the way for humanitarian initiatives. To congratulate our winner, Dean Kristen Herman will be presenting the award. And the winner of the Innovation Award is Kelly Anderson. Over the last 4 years, Kelly has continuously dedicated her time and talent to many endeavors as a leader, team player, and public servant to engineer sustainable local solutions within ASU and the Barrett community, the wider community, and internationally. Within the ASU community, Kelly has served as a Fulton ambassador since her freshman year, sharing her passion for engineering with others. As president this year and logistics director last year, she helps the organization adapt to the virtual environment, all while guiding significant internal structural changes to improve the organization. Additionally, she has mentored ASU students as a teaching assistant for 4 semesters in 2 diverse classes, the Human Event Honors Course and Engineering Projects in Community Service, EPICS. Within the wider community, Kelly has led an EPICS team working with the Phoenix Zoo to deliver fully functioning prototype of a behavioral enrichment device for the reptile exhibits. This year, Kelly is working with an interdisciplinary science and engineering team on an ambitious senior capstone project and honors thesis with the NASA Psyche mission, designing and testing a semi-autonomous robotic explorer. However, what she is most proud of is her work with the Barrett Global Reserve Program, traveling and collaborating with the Maasai community of Southern Kenya on the Maasai Automotive Education Center, a Maasai-owned garage and automotive school with the mission to bring more equity to the region. As a student dedicated not only to academic success, but to giving back to the communities to which she belongs, Kelly has leveraged her collaborative leadership skills to contribute to impactful projects and programs, and as such is an exemplary candidate for the Barrett Global Citizenship Award.
To close our evening on a golden note, the final recognition is the Gold Standard Award. While Barrett is the gold standard among honors colleges in the nation, the recipient of this award has shown that they are engaged with the Barrett community and an example of what it means to be a part of a public college of scholars. We applaud in advance the huge contributions of all of this year's nominees. To celebrate the accomplishments of our students across all the 4 campuses, we will be presenting a Gold Standard Award winner for each campus. To start things off, Dean Olga Davis will be presenting the award for the downtown campus. Now, the Downtown Gold Standard Award winner is Terrell Brown. Terrell has served the downtown Barrett community as a residential college student leader for 3 years now, developing the Barrett community through programming and personal interactions. He is a person who is invested and focused on developing the skills of others as it aids him in his own personal journey. Because of his exemplary skills in developing others as leaders, Terrell was given the position of peer supervisor, supervising a total of 24 of his peers to date. While being a residential college student leader, Terrell also served as a chemistry instructional aide for 3 years. What you will not see on his resume is the time he took outside of the instructional period to tutor and assist honor students. Anytime Barrett's staff became aware of a student challenged in their course, Mr. Brown stepped up to the occasion. This speaks to his ability for exhibiting compassion as well as empathy. Mr. Brown is a person who you can count on to go the extra mile to finish the task while still maintaining a level of excellence. He continued to serve the community through being a student leader, but also found time to participate as a research aide. I will never forget the smile on his face as he described the joy of presenting his research on assessing the levels of specific nutrients in a person's diet by shining a light in their finger. Through his support on this research team, he was able to confirm to the president of the university that he did need to eat more vegetables. The president chuckled and followed up with questions. This is evidence that Mr. Brown's disposition is one that is a mix of knowledge and warmth that is what we expect from future innovators. In conclusion, Terrell's demonstrated commitment in all that he chooses to do separates him from his peers. Not only does he commit, but he finds a way to give back to others and provide exceptional service to the community to which he belongs. The most important thing to know about Mr. Brown is that he is coachable, reflective, and intentional. If it were not for these traits, we would not have seen the potential in this position to take on leadership development. His style and way of caring for students has inspired others to give a little more, work a little harder, and find strength to stay a little later because of his impact on them. Terrell Brown deserves the opportunity to be named the gold standard of Barrett the Honors College.
Dean Thomas Sugar will present the Polytechnic winner their award. Dean Sugar, please come forward. And the Polytechnic Gold Standard Award winner is Thomas Goers. Tommy Goers is the true definition of a leader. In his time as a Barrett Honors College student on the Polytechnic campus, Tommy has been involved and excelled in nearly every facet of the honors experience. As the executive director of the Poly Honors Devils, Tommy has helped create a culture in the club to engage new members, bring the group together, and leave a lasting impression on people he meets. Similarly, in the Honors Devils class, Tommy has served as a mentor and role model to newer Honors Devils by sharing his stories, knowledge, and helpful recruiting tips. As a student engagement assistant, he has planned, developed, and executed many events that help shape the Barrett Poly student experience. Tommy cares about how students are interacting with each aspect of an event and carefully addresses the details. His work with helping create and engaging a social media presence has allowed many students to learn and interact with the programs offered by the college. As a Barrett Poly mentor, he has been integral in the first-year student experience with his mentees. He has planned many small get-togethers to engage students and make them feel welcome in the Barrett Poly community. Tommy has also been a leader to help whenever asked and does it with a smile. He truly cares about the college, the community, and the students. He will be graduating this year with a degree in technological entrepreneurship and management and is truly the gold standard of a Barrett Poly student.
Dean Mark Jacobs will present the Tempe winner their award. Dean Jacobs, please come forward. And this year's Tempe Gold Standard Award winner is Dora Lee. Only a sophomore, Dora is already an active member and leader in various Barrett clubs and organizations, such as the Barrett Leadership and Service Team, where she serves as the social service director, the Refugees Education and Clinic Team, where she is the education branch that works with refugees in Maricopa County to address health disparities, and the Barrett Mentoring Program, where she serves on the executive board. Within the larger ASU community, Dora is the district council representative for ASU's Rotaract Club. In their mentorship program, she implemented a program to reuse plastic bags to knit blankets for the homeless, as well as directed a long-term plan to address local food insecurity by partnering with the local community garden that provides fresh food to the homeless. She is a counselor for Camp Kasem, on the executive board for Alpha Epsilon Delta, and the academic outreach coordinator with Changemaker Central. Dora has shown her love and dedication to service time and time again, though through her commitment to helping the community, even as a research intern with Mayo Clinic. Her work focuses on improving life for cancer patients. Ever since she has started her journey at Barrett, she has taken every opportunity given to her, continually proving herself to be a leader and the gold standard. She does this because she has a love for service, is not afraid to advocate for herself, and take up a leadership position. She plans on continually being involved and taking on more leadership positions as she continues her journey through college.
Next, please welcome up Dean Ramsey Eric Ramsey to present the West Campus winner their award. And the West Gold Standard Award winner is Simone Rogers. As an Afro-Latina female, Simone's mission is to diversify technology by incorporating minority groups into her work. As a STEM-driven student, she understands that diversity in the sciences is the key to success and has leveraged her identities and passion to create lasting change in her sphere of influence. In the face of injustice against Black, African American, and Hispanic Latinx communities, Simone has taken action to stand with her community, starting and managing a Black student union and a Hispanic student organization during her time at Gateway Community College. She continues this work at ASU, where she has had the opportunity to work with Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islander communities through ASU's Center for Gender Equity in Science and Technology, CGEST. Here, Simone was able to help the team create a course curriculum for the girls in these communities to learn about cybersecurity. This curriculum provided them with a culturally relevant and language-specific STEM education. Now, Simone works with a team of peers to represent marginalized minority communities under a student-led, staff-supported model of service and leadership, with the goal of introducing her peers to all the coalitions ASU offers. She has built connections with LGBTQ+ and other multi-ethnic group organizations, such as Barrett Indigenous Cultures Association. She hopes that her peers will gain understanding through education and cultural awareness of different groups on campus. Overall, Simone's ultimate goal is to increase student engagement with minority groups on ASU campuses. Her desire to work with marginalized populations has shaped her into a diplomatic leader, embracing intersectionality to help her skills to grow and strengthening her passion for diversifying the field of technology. She is truly deserving of recognition for this work by receiving the Gold Standard Award.
Congratulations again to this year's winners. We would like to take a moment to thank all of the faculty, staff, and fellow student nominators who participated in the process this year, and especially thank you to all the nominees who each represent the very best of Barrett, or as we say here, the gold standard for all of us. Before we wrap up, we have one more special surprise.
That's right. In addition to the Gold Standard Awards for students, Barrett also honors distinguished Barrett alumni each spring through the Alumni Awards. Barrett the Honors College's Alumni Awards seek to recognize members of the alumni community who have distinguished themselves through professional achievements, contributions to society, and support of the university. Although the alumni were not able to join us in person this year, they have each filmed a short clip addressing the winners here tonight with words of wisdom. Let's take a look at the video.
Hi, I'm Nick Wegner. Thank you so much for this award. I feel like there may have been a mistake and it was given to me in error, but I have a personal policy with awards that I never question them, I only accept them. I'd like to thank everyone in the Honors College who's helped me set up a scholarship and get more in touch with students. Chelsea, Christian, Danielle, Dean Jacobs, everyone at the Lewis Center, and I'd like to thank Nadia Rivera for helping me set up the scholarship initially, as well as my parents for giving me a love of education. And I'd like to dedicate this award to all the Barrett students as you move on out into the world. Remember, you're the smartest people to ever be on earth, and it's up to you to fix all the problems of previous generations. No pressure, but it would really stink if you guys failed. And please watch American Dad on TBS and Hulu, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, just turn it on and leave the room. That works for ratings as well. Thank you guys. Forcom.
Hi ASU, my name is Malia Chavez, and I was a Barrett student, then known as the Honors College, back in the 90s, and probably the richest experience that I had and that I carry with me to this day was the opportunity to study abroad and learn the history. The British Isles. It was just a wonderful experience, and I strongly encourage all of you to travel abroad if you can, to learn more about other cultures and experiences, and just to take that with you throughout the rest of your life. When you are in the working world, it becomes a wonderful reflection and escape from reality whenever you need a break.
Hi, I'm Julie Rohr, class of 2014, and I'm honored to be the recipient of this year's Early Achievement Alumni Award. I'm very thankful for the formative mentorship and experiences I had during my time at ASU and Barrett. I'd like to thank Professor Candace Chan for mentoring my honors thesis, which really ignited my interest in renewable and sustainable chemistry and engineering, and inspired me to complete my PhD in chemical engineering and pursue a career in research. I'd also like to thank Professors Lenore Dye, David Nielsen, and Mary Laura Lind for helping me develop fun and inventive honors projects, which helped me gain skills that were instrumental for the success of the outreach program I founded called Color Me PhD. Thank you to Dr. Noel Rabia for the kind and generous nomination for this award. To future Sun Devils, I hope that you, like me, can find peer groups that lift each other up, both academically and emotionally, and inspire you to be creative, take risks, and pursue your passions. Thank you again so much.
All right, those were some very inspiring words. As we close out tonight, we want to say thank you again to each of our winners for your contributions to our Barrett community. And thank you to all of the guests here tonight for joining us in this celebration. As you leave, please be sure to stop by the table to pick up your goodie box for this evening.
In fact, if we can have all the winners tonight come to the front for individual pictures, that'd be great. Otherwise, feel free to stick around and mingle with one another. Please remember to keep your mask on while you do so. That is all we have for you this evening. Have a great rest of your night.